Everybody, it's the Mad Master here. I'm going to do another video for YouTube. Just going to probably be trickling them out every, once a week or whatever, significantly lower than I was. I am on BitChute now, so please check it out, Mad Master. I got some trolls on there. It's pretty funny, but I don't really care, because I admitted to something on one of my videos and stuff. But if you're watching this, you probably already know what that is about, without giving too much away. So I was just thinking about this the past couple of days. This has been one of my thoughts that are in my head, that is in my head. It's kind of a situation where I've started to kind of shift my beliefs the last year plus. Been watching a lot of right-wing content, I'll admit it. A lot of problematic content. So don't worry, YouTube, I'm not going to talk about anything that's verboten in this video, so you can't censor it. So you can go to my other channel if you want to see that stuff, by the way. I'm going to continue to post that. I think I did like 2 or 3, and I'm going to post some more. So anyways, this is about coalitions. And what's going on with a lot of politics in America is very different than what's happened in Europe the past 100 years. And people may not like this idea, and that's fine. But I think America functions because of this divisiveness. There's always this divisiveness. And the thing that's interesting, if you study politics, like I have, you would find out that these coalitions in other places in the world are very common. And they protect from tyranny a lot of the time. Maybe not right now for various reasons, but throughout history they have. Okay, so what I mean by this is that you'll have these coalition parties that'll form. I'd read about, because I was reading about the Netherlands, like, oh, this party was, these socialists joined this sort of right-wing Christian, they have a coalition government. All these different kinds of governments that they actually have this political dialogue that is not even possible, it seems like, in America. And I'm just thinking, well, this could happen. Like, listen, I was listening to Jimmy Dore on Joe Rogan last night. He's talking about the populist left and populist right. And this is my ultimate thing. This has been my thing for probably about 15 years, honestly, because I started watching a lot more libertarian content about 15 years ago. And, some of the C word, CONSPIRAC. Fuck, I can't spell today. You know what I mean? So I started watching more of that kind of stuff like 15 years ago because I was very into the events that happened back then as far as looking into all that stuff. So anyways, that was the more libertarian, so to speak, and I've grown up very much conventional, not completely conventional Democrat. There was a little sprinkling of dissident leftist stuff in there, but for the most part, like, the Democrats are better, so we're going to vote for them kind of thing that keeps going on decades and decades, and things aren't getting any better, obviously, in a lot of ways. Some things are, but some things aren't. So I started thinking about this coalition thing, and it's just like, there needs to be like this type of outreach between these people. You watch Breaking Points on YouTube. I guess Sagar Enjeti, or however you pronounce his name, he's kind of a Republican, and Crystal Ball is a far left Democrat. She ran for Senate at one point, got this actually a sex scandal. I mean, look it up. It's pretty weird, pretty ridiculous what happened with her, and just the stupidity of the media that said all this stuff to her. So it was really ridiculous. I guess she was in her 20s and like went to some kinky kind of thing with her boyfriend and got busted with these pictures or something. I mean, if everybody in this town that would be I'm just saying, like, most people do that are Generation X, Generation X or millennials, which she is. It's like, yeah, oh wow, you had a guy on a leash in a picture. Oh my god, it's so stupid. So, I mean, whatever, And so that was really dumb. One of the things, I watched an old clip of her, and she did say her political idol was Hillary Clinton, but I don't think she'd probably be embarrassed by that today. I know she would, but anyways, that show, you watch that, and that's kind of a coalition show, because these people are more populist right and populist left together. And I think there's people that say, oh, we'll never work with a communist, yeah, people are saying they're socialists. But the problem is, it's not, it seems to work in certain countries, and that's probably a lot of what the Scandinavian model really is at the end of the day. Now people say, oh, they're socialists, and stuff. And I'm kind of figuring this out, that they're not really socialists. I mean, ostensibly, they do have a lot of socialists in government that do provide these, like, welfare state kind of things, which a lot of right-wingers are still against. I'm not against that stuff. I've never been. I'm still for a lot of those welfare state things, even as I've shifted right because of certain things that have happened in the last year and a half. So ostensibly, supposedly. Yeah, I mean, I don't support, I do support a lot of welfare state stuff. I still believe in some of that stuff, or that it can work now, but we do need these coalitions. Now, a lot of people can't get over the propaganda of their chosen side, quote unquote side. Of course, in this situation, it's more neoliberals versus populist right-wing people. It's you won't hear actual dissident leftist like a Glenn Greenwald or something like that saying like obsessing about Trump like for 12 hours straight. They'll say something about Trump, and then they'll say something about Biden. So we need to come together in this situation. I think this coalition idea is very it's really unexplored in American politics, because it does happen in Europe. There's coalition parties, coalition governments. They compromise. It's really interesting stuff if you study outside of the United States. It sounds weird, but I think I mentioned this before, but I remember reading this article from the 90s with Lars Ulrich of Metallica. He's like, at the time, he wasn't like just some kind of liberal or something. He was like, well, he ostensibly was, but like he said, I don't really understand politics in America where there are only two parties. We have like 13 parties in Denmark or whatever. And I was like, wow, that really appealed to me, that whole idea. So yeah, that's the whole problem, is that we've just been barraged by all this propaganda about this two-party system, which needs to be decimated, honestly. In my opinion, it just needs to be. There's a couple of things that I'm for, like if there were sunset clauses, if I were, I don't know if this is going to pass muster, and I'm just going to keep doing my thing, man. Like some of the commenters are saying I should just keep doing videos. I'm not going to talk about some of the more verboten things, obviously, because I don't want to get any more things removed. But maybe I'll sprinkle in some stuff once in a while, because this is totally going off the map right now. But I know that people are not really. I like the idea that I can get more successful at this platform as well. I do. I just don't. I can't. There's certain things I can't talk about that I'll talk about on the other channels. Sticks Hexenhammer always has his BitChute exclusives. He has 2 of them a day. And people like that, they'll have things that are only on BitChute or only on Minds or whatever. So I think, what's that computer guy? Eli, the computer guy? I don't even know if he's still on YouTube. I don't see his video notifications. Good friends with Louis Rossman. I think he said he was going to start doing stuff on exclusive other platforms too. He had a few videos removed over the last 6 months as well. I don't even know if he's on here anymore. I'm gonna have to check that out. But yeah, I'll comply to your mandates of YouTube. Yeah. So I guess I will. I will comply to some extent. Like I said, I'm gonna probably trickle it down a little bit. If I get on a bender and want to do 4 political videos, it'll all be on other platforms. But this is just a simple video about coalition governments and coalition governance. I think it's a good idea, and a lot of people probably think it's we have such a divided society that people won't even want to think about that. Look at my homoerotic Rocky poster in the background. You know, what was that line from Rocky 3? Uh, there's a lot of there's a lot of weird subtext in that movie. I think it's hilarious between him and Carl Weathers. Carl Weathers should have gotten an Oscar for that role. That was amazing. That's why I liked to see him in The Mandalorian. I was like, fuck yeah, I like Carl Weathers a lot. I think he should have been in more roles because that movie Rocky 3 is my favorite of all of them. I just thought it was great. I just do laugh at some of the blatantly or not blatantly or subconscious subtext in there because it's just like hilarious. The way there is no tomorrow. But anyways, so yeah, I believe in this idea of coalition governments, coalition governance. Let's try to get people to unite on the subjects and the causes and ideas that we do believe in. This is what Jimmy Dore was saying about unionizing. You know, are you gonna, oh, no Trump supporters, no blah blah blah, someone believes in this nationalism in our union? That's not how shit works, you know, and that's not how shit works in the real world either. So that's what I mean. I think the United States is almost not even the real world in some ways. Now that could serve some good purposes, like lately, where we're not going to be under, you know, certain things that some parts in the world, like Chile, are under right now, unfortunately, or other places. I'll just say, no, I'm not going to go down that road. So I get another video, fucking. But anyways, yeah, we have some privileges, is what I mean, in American society, that civil liberties are enshrined in the Constitution. Of course, they have been violated many times in the last 20 years for various reasons, including the last year and a half, no matter what the fuck you say about it. I still believe that. I've gone back and forth a lot of stuff, but I still believe that. But anyways, that's not MM, if you know what I mean. So they can shove it about, that's not MM, what that stands for. If you watch my other video, that's on another platform. It's not MM. Marilyn Manson? Oh, Marilyn Manson? I can't think of M&M's. Oh, like M&M's candy? No. It's not certain types of Mrs. Nation. I don't know. Of the I'm trying to think of more code words. I haven't been watching Quantum of Conscience enough to learn some of the code words he uses about stuff. I still think the code words thing is hilarious sometimes. This is like, you have to like use all these code words to even say anything. It's like, I know there was like complaints about code words, people using code words back in the day, to be like a fucking like fascist and stuff on the internet, and those are code words, or what is the other word, dog whistling. And I believe that stuff exists for sure, but it's like, now we have to like consciously say this stuff just to like not have verboten things. But anyways, that's not any of that kind of thing on this video when I talk about civil liberties or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, America is better overall about civil liberties, and has been for the most part, and then people want to fight about that regardless of what threat is there. I don't believe that. I believe that there should be, it's enshrined in the Constitution, these liberties that we have. So I don't care what the threat is. That's all. I've said this in many videos. That's one thing I'm a libertarian about. But at the same time, I believe in some of these safety nets and stuff for various reasons. And maybe that's contradictory, so be it. A lot of people, any politics is contradiction in terms. Any type of hierarchical structure is a contradiction. So I don't believe in this. It's it's evolving. My political beliefs. But yeah, these coalition ideas. Anyways, that's about all.